Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video I want to talk about Enjin Coin, do a technical analysis. Never covered this cryptocurrency on this channel before. I'm not invested, but I was asked by a few of you guys, have been asked for a while, so I thought, today, Cardano Summit Day, I will cover Enjin Coin. It's currently trading at 135 and number 81 market cap. So we start by looking at the all-time chart here. Prices come from Binance. I think it's the all-time chart, I guess so. But this is when it starts, November 2017. I said before, I have not invested. I'm not invested in Enjin Coin. To be honest, I didn't know a lot about it before I did this video, so I really checked about the fundamentals. But this video is not about fundamentals. It's only about doing a technical analysis. So to start with, it's probably worth checking out where we are in terms of the wave structure. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? So looking at that, we start with the Elliott wave count from the beginning. Wave 1, second corrective wave here in February 2019. I think we marked the high here with the third wave in April 21 so far. And we are currently, well, we might have come down, formed a fourth corrective wave here in May. It looks like that at the moment, that might have been the fourth wave, and we might now be in a fifth wave to the upside. That's just the main wave structure in my opinion. It looks a bit different to other cryptos because after April it did not mark a new all-time high. So that was it in April, and we've only seen a low since then, which tells me that we might still be in wave 5, because we haven't, in wave 4, in that low, we haven't come down too far. So we've come down far enough, but not we haven't come into the wave 1 price range. So that was probably wave 4, and now we're in wave 5. As you know, maybe you know, that based on Elliott wave theory and Dow theory, markets generally move in 5 waves. So that was basically the macro overview. Let's take a look at, I need to change it to the normal scale, back from the logarithmic one back to where we are now. So let's take a look here on the daily where we are currently. Let's put a few moving averages in, and just to give us an indication of where we are in terms of the trend. So we'll start with the 20-day moving average. That's an important one for me to look at. 20-day, we are currently, where are we? Let me just add the other ones, 20, 50 and 200. They are the 3 moving averages I really like to use. The 20-day, the 50-day and the 200. They provide a really good overview. And what we can see is that there's currently a bit of an indecision in the market, I believe, because it looks a bit like that we have fallen below all the moving averages. We have also seen a bearish cross, actually. That was sort of a death cross, actually, back in July here. Since then, we haven't seen that bullish crossover yet. And that works well with the assumption that we are currently in wave 5, that we've already seen the wave 4 correction. We've seen that sort of death cross, which indicates a longer term trend to the downside, actually. However, other cryptos have, of course, come up since then. This Enjin Coin has not done that yet. We would need to see the 50-day moving average cross above the 200. And as you can currently see, we were just about to do it, but we haven't done that yet. So that's still to come, hopefully, in this bull run, because that would indicate that this crypto is currently lagging behind some of the other cryptos. For example, we had Algorand, which was sort of later than, for example, Cardano. We had, I think, Coty as well, later. A few of these cryptos have just seen their golden cross, which means that the 50-day moving average is crossing above the 200. Enjin Coin hasn't seen that yet. So technically, compared to other cryptos, we are still very sort of early days in this bull run, and there could be a lot of potential still within Enjin Coin. On the daily, we can see that we have touched the oversold area down here at 30, which we are currently bouncing off, and maybe get up to the 50 range, but we are in bearish territory. The MACD is also not showing a lot of recovery. We are on our way down, similar to Bitcoin, and also we have seen a bearish crossover here on the ADX on the 6th of September, very similar to Bitcoin. So it's following Bitcoin pretty accurately, so can't really see that sign of recovery on the daily yet. I also don't see a bullish divergence on the daily. You can still see further decreases. Yeah, I can't see that here on the RSI currently on the daily. Now, can we make out any sort of breakout structure or anything? Well, I think if we move out a little bit, what can we see? I think here on the daily, you can certainly identify one trend line here. That is certainly one, currently a trend line which is going up, which is quite nice to see. What we can also see is that we have something like a cup and handle, or yes, potentially here. So I think this is similar. This is similar to some of the other cryptos that did already break out. You know, you have this neckline of this cup shape here, and we had attempted breakouts already, very similar to what we saw with Coty. It's a very similar structure, actually, similar to what we saw with Coty. You have the cup shape here, actually a double bottom down here, but it's still a round enough cup. Then we had an initial formation of a handle here, potentially, yeah, had some support at the 20-day moving average, moved up, attempted the breakout. That is exactly when that so-called flash crash happened. We broke down actually below all the moving averages, and well, this could still be some sort of a formation of a handle, you could call it. It's a bit of an odd one, but we certainly can identify a neckline up there. So yeah, you could have something here, you know, on daily, like a channel down here. So we are very close to a breakout, I think. Someone did say that in the comments, and the thing is, you have this support here now, this support, this ascending trend line, which you don't see in the same way on the Bitcoin chart. So that indicates that we could see something nice going on very soon. Very similar to Coty, what happened with Coty. And however, there we saw a golden cross, which we haven't seen here yet. Yeah, so we would need really the price to go up from here all the way to that 220 level, which would be quite a lot of an impulsive move to the upside to really break that neckline. And if we break that neckline, that is the key resistance level I think we are facing. Now, of course, there are other resistance levels on the way here, because we've had, you know, we have a look here, and what we can identify here is there is a resistance zone here at, I would say, 145. So let's add that to the chart here. You can clearly see that there's a lot of noise there. It's probably more like a zone than just one single line. Then we've got another one here at around 173, and I probably need to move them a little bit. This is only, you know, first time really I look at it, but we can certainly identify these two areas here. I think if we break above that, you know, I would say maybe even 175 range, then we are about to go up to all the way up to 220, because you see here back then in 20th of August we moved up very fast after we broke that level. This is something like an initial neckline. You had something like, you could even say this was a double bottom here with that neckline here, and then on the larger scale you have something like a cup shape here. Yeah, so basically two necklines really, yeah, pretty accurately actually. So, and now we are sort of in this consolidation, but we are approaching a very, very important breakout point here. So something will happen, because you have this ascending trend line here coming up, which is providing support, and you are in this descending channel. So there is a lot happening here, and if we break to the upside, it is, you know, it could even be something like a let me zoom in. It looks more like a descending wedge than really a channel. Let me see, and the descending wedge would be more bullish. I mean, it is sort of, if you connect the bodies, it's more like a channel. If you connect the wicks, it's a descending wedge. Either way, we're trading towards a breakout formation. You can clearly see that moving into the apex where these two lines meet. Something very exciting is about to happen. So let's take a look at the hourly before we finish the video, to get a bit more an idea of what's going on in the shorter term time frame. There you go. You can see slight sign of recovery. We hit that support level here, that trend line, and since then we've tried to make a new high, struggled to make another high. We made a higher high, but the RSI was dropping again, so bearish divergence on the RSI. Went back down, couldn't make a new high yet, so I think we're going to trade sideways towards that apex, and then there will be a decision point. I think we won't drop much further. That's my personal view, purely because we have dropped already so much, and we have a lot to catch up in terms of moves to the upside in this bull run at the moment. That's purely my own opinion, but you always need to wait for the breakout anyway before you can really make out where it's going. But I think we might have seen the low already here, and there is certainly a breakout coming. So when that breakout happens, probably in the next few days, then be ready to potentially get into a trade for the upside. And again, no financial advice, but this is typically, should we really break above that line here, above that support level, which is currently here, that's descending support line on that channel in which we're currently trading. So that would be sitting currently at somewhere at around one. It depends, because it's all depending on. So today we are here at 148, 147. So we'd need to break above that to continue our wave to the upside. Currently we are caught in this structure here. And I think we might actually push here to the upside, because it looks like a descending wedge, and we haven't fulfilled that cup and handle yet. And it's exactly the same that happened with Coty. Only difference is that Coty had the golden cross already happening, which makes me a bit skeptical. But essentially we need to wait until that breakout happens. But yes, there is a breakout about to happen, and it will be very exciting to see that happening. I'm going to follow that certainly, and if we break above that descending trend line, I'm probably going to go in with a trade, just for a bit of trading. All right, so hopefully you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.